Warning: all our videos are made only for educational purposes and to demonstrate scientific laws that we verify. These experiments must be supervised and we are not responsible for an incorrect execution of an experiment done by others. We do not encourage in any way that you misuse our experiments to do violent things and harm others.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Chemistry by Destiny. Today we see how to make phenol from acetylsalicylic acid.
So we extracted this acid in our previous video from aspirin. In this video we are going to show it how to transform it in what we need and also how to obtain our phenol.
So let's see this experiment. Let's start by seeing what is phenol. Phenol is chemically an aromatic ring that contains an oxidatory group. And we use it as a disinfectant. In fact, it is able to destroy bacteria's walls, and that's why we are going to produce it from salicylic acid.
So the first thing that we're going to do for our experiment is to prepare a solution of sodium hydroxide. In this solution we're going to add acetylsalicylic acid. After that we're going to add some hydrogen chloride to our solution in order to make our salicylic acid precipitate. And then we're going to gather this salicylic acid and make it react in our boiling flask.
So guys, we did so because we want to obtain our acetylsalicylic acid in a salt form. That's why we had sodium hydroxide in which this acid is soluble, and we obtain it as a salicylate. After that we have to precipitate this substance by adding hydrochloric acid, and finally we have an oxidatory group in our product, and that's why we can use it to form phenol, because in this way we just have to decarboxylate our product.
So the first thing that we're going to do in our experiment is to put in a boiling flask our powder, which is of course salicylic acid. After that we are going to connect this boiling flask to our distillation apparatus, and then we're going to isolate it with some cotton and aluminium. Remember that the parts that lose most heat are the joints of this distillation apparatus.
We insulate it really well because we want to keep the heat inside our distillation apparatus, because phenol has a really low melting point, and in order not to get it in a solid form in our final flask, we just have to keep the heat in order to get it in a liquid form in our received flask.
So the next step for our experiment is to turn on the heat of our stove. In this way we're going to start the reaction in our boiling flask. After that we just have to advise you that you can put in the condenser some hot water, or do like us and just leave the air and isolate it really well with some aluminium.
So what's happening in our flask is the following reaction. As you can see, this is a decarboxylation reaction, and this produces phenol. As we know, this kind of reactions happen at high temperatures, and in this case it is about 150 degrees. Once we have said so, we know that phenol is produced from the reaction, and it is also produced in a liquid form because it is, as we said, a low melting point and also a low boiling point, and this is why we can get it in a pure form in our receiving flask.
You carry the world upon your shoulders, for I'm not the only one. How could you look behind now when everything...
As always, the experiment is over, and we want to invite you to watch our latest video, in particular the one that we extract acetylsalicylic acid from aspirin, so that you can get a wider image of what we are doing with aspirin and the product that we are converting it.
So everyone, if you like this video, let us know in the comments. And if you want to see more amazing experiments like this, go to their page and subscribe to it. So for today's all,
Thanks for watching, guys!